gay and lesbian identities in Hollywood cinema from the beginning to the present.
We can truly never judge a book by its cover. From obscurity to the limelight of fame and glamour, you'd never guess that some of your most loved celebrities were gay. Some of them led perfectly normal lives, and it was, therefore, hard to ever guess that they had a different sexual orientation. This is shocking, especially because some of these cases might have been role models of character and virtue. Behind the glamour of Hollywood's golden age lies a reality many actors faced, struggling with their hidden identities. Join us as we reveal the 10 gay closet cases of Hollywood's golden age that will shock you. Number 1. Sal Mineo. Sal Mineo, born Salvatore Mineo Jr., was a distinguished American actor whose charisma and talent captivated audiences during Hollywood's golden age. He gained fame for his iconic portrayal of John Plato Crawford in the 1955 drama Rebel Without a Cause, earning widespread acclaim and an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor at age 17. While Rebel Without a Cause propelled Sal Mineo to stardom, it was his openness about his bisexuality that distinguished him from many of his peers. Despite discovering his sexuality later in life, Sal Mineo's courage in embracing his identity became a source of hope and inspiration for many facing similar struggles. However, the pressures of hiding his true self took a toll on his personal and professional achievements. As Sal Mineo transitioned from his image as a teen heartthrob to a more mature actor, he encountered challenges in his career. The industry's reluctance to cast openly queer actors in leading roles, compounded by persistent rumors about his sexuality, limited his opportunities in film. This reality highlights the biases and discrimination prevalent in the entertainment industry during the Golden Age era. Undeterred by these obstacles, Mineo found solace and renewed purpose in theater. Returning to the stage, he directed and performed in plays that bravely explored queer themes, challenging societal taboos and amplifying the voices of marginalized communities. In 1976, Mineo experienced a promising resurgence with his portrayal of a bisexual burglar in the comedy P.S. Your Cat is Dead. The positive reception hinted at a shift in attitudes towards queer actors in mainstream media. Before becoming one of the first openly gay or bisexual celebrities in Hollywood, Mineo's personal life was marked by love and heartbreak. He had a meaningful relationship with actress Jill Howarth that seemed destined for lifelong commitment until an affair with singer Bobby Sherman led to their breakup. Despite the upheaval, Mineo and Haworth remained close friends, but never reconciled romantically. In a candid 1972 interview with Bose Hadley, Sal Mineo courageously discussed his bisexuality, providing rare insight into his inner struggles and identity. In another interview, he boldly expressed his desire not to be confined to loving only women or only men. At the time of his untimely passing, Mineo found solace and companionship in a 6-year relationship with fellow actor Courtney Bird III. Did Sal Mineo choose the right path? What other actors make up this list of 10 gay closet cases of Hollywood's golden age? Keep watching to find out. Number 2. Ramon Novarro. Ramon Novarro is primarily remembered for his portrayal of the title character in the monumental silent film Ben-Hur and the tragic circumstances surrounding his death on Halloween Eve in 1968. Born as Ramon Samaniego in Durango, Mexico on the 6th of February, 1899, Novarro's early life was marked by upheaval during the Mexican Revolution of the 1910s. Seeking refuge and opportunity, he eventually traveled to Los Angeles, California, where he began his journey in the film industry, initially working as an extra in various Hollywood productions. Novarro's breakthrough came when he caught the eye of Rex Ingram, a highly esteemed filmmaker of the silent era. Ingram recognized Novarro's potential and cast him in the pivotal role of Rupert of Hentzau in Metro Pictures' 1922 adaptation of The Prisoner of Zenda. This opportunity propelled Novarro into stardom, allowing him to showcase his talent and charisma on the silver screen. Having played a significant role in launching Rudolph Valentino's career, Ingram saw similar potential in Novarro as a leading man. Following a falling out with Valentino, Ingram sought a replacement for the Italian actor and found his choice in Ramon Novarro. Under Ingram's guidance and mentorship, Navarro was renamed and groomed for stardom, laying the foundation for his illustrious career in the film industry. Beyond Paradise portrays Ramon Navarro's life as fraught with challenges. Initially aspiring to a career in opera, his dreams were shattered, adding to his frustration. Compounding this, he faced disappointment upon discovering that his trusted secretary, Louis Samuel, had left him nearly destitute. As compensation, Navarro acquired what later became known as the Samuel Navarro House in the Los Feliz Hills, designed by Lloyd Wright. Navarro also grappled with his sexual orientation in a society where homosexuality was condemned and illegal. Despite this, he managed a delicate balance between his devout Catholic faith and his identity as a gay man. He attended gatherings hosted by openly gay director F.W. Murnau and avoided entering into sham marriages or relationships for appearances' sake. Instead, he partnered with Hollywood columnist Herbert Howe, who also acted as his unofficial publicist during their time together. However, their split was accompanied by a scathing article penned by Howe, a rare occurrence for that era. Over time, Navarro struggled increasingly with the conflict between his religious convictions and his innate desires. In his later years, this turmoil manifested in several near-fatal drunk driving incidents and a reliance on the companionship of young men for hire, revealing his internal struggles and search for solace. Tragically, Ramon Navarro's life ended sensationally on Halloween Eve, 1968. Following a high-profile trial, two young men, Paul and Tom Ferguson, were convicted of torturing and killing Navarro at his Hollywood Hills residence. In subsequent interviews, both brothers denied claims of torture, with Paul attributing his engagement in the killing of Ramon Navarro to his anti-gay bias. Number 3. Barbara Stanwyck. When it comes to Barbara Stanwyck, many Hollywood historians acknowledge that her marriages might have been lavender marriages, studio-backed unions meant to keep her true sexuality under wraps. There's substantial evidence suggesting Stanwyck might have been gay or bisexual, although nothing can be stated with absolute certainty. Stanwyck's brassy and somewhat butch nature, both on and off-screen, garnered her a loyal following from the LGBTQ+ community. Her association with this community stretches far back, and biographer Axel Madsen notes that uncovering the full truth about her sexuality remains elusive. He mentions that some people swore she was Hollywood's biggest closeted lesbian. Actor Clifton Webb once called Stanwyck his favorite Hollywood lesbian. Even Stanwyck's second husband, Robert Taylor, reportedly told actress Shelley Winters that Stanwyck was a lesbian and that they didn't share a bed. Lesbian singer Tallulah Bankhead once claimed she had slept with Stanwyck. However, Stanwyck's most consistent relationship was with Helen Ferguson. They never explicitly defined their relationship, but if Stanwyck's marriages to men were considered lavender, her union with Ferguson might well have been a Boston marriage. In the book Encyclopedia of Gay and Lesbian Popular Culture, Luca Prono states that from the 1960s to the 1980s, Stanwyck was seen as a cultural and personal template for lesbians. Barbara Stanwyck became an icon within lesbian communities. According to Luca Prono, Stanwyck's screen persona challenged respectability due to the strong and independent women she embodied in the 1940s. In 1962, she played the lesbian character Jo Courtney in Walk on the Wild Side, one of Hollywood's first lesbian portrayals. Stanwyck refused to discuss her own sexuality. In a notorious incident, she reportedly threw journalist Bose Hadley out of her house when he asked if she had ever partaken in lesbian sex. Did anyone have the right to judge them? Did they have any other choices? Well, let's find out other celebrities who made it to this list. The next name will shock you. Number 4. Marilyn Monroe. Known for her beauty and charm, Marilyn Monroe was a sensation to behold. Despite her relationships with famous men like Joe DiMaggio and Arthur Miller, Monroe also wrestled with romantic feelings for women, questioning her sexuality. This inner conflict haunted Monroe, who, despite societal labels, emerged as more than just a Hollywood icon, but a pioneer for women. Her journey from overcoming childhood abuse to achieving success as an actress and entrepreneur sheds light on a complex life often overshadowed by her public image. Her mother faced mental instability and frequent illness but provided Marilyn with a stable and happy childhood. Marilyn faced foster care and endured sexual abuse, which left her withdrawn and anxious as a girl. Despite these challenges, she grew into a confident woman who stood up for herself. By her death, Marilyn had starred in 30 films, recorded 50 songs, and modeled extensively, leaving a lasting mark on the entertainment industry. However, her painful experiences affected her relationships, leading to 3 divorces. Marilyn Monroe's image as a flirtatious heterosexual sex symbol made it difficult for her to openly explore her sexuality. Rumors swirled about her alleged affair with President John F. Kennedy. She also had a close relationship with her acting coach, Natasha Lytis, who was openly lesbian, sparking speculation about a romantic connection. Stories circulated about Monroe trying on clothes in Joan Crawford's bedroom and her friendship with Barbara Stanwyck, leading some in the gay community to label her as a lipstick lesbian. Monroe once mentioned a comment from a man suggesting she might be a lesbian due to her lack of interest in men, but she didn't deny it, unsure of her own feelings. Number 5. Cesar Romero. Cesar Romero, the charismatic Cuban-American actor, was celebrated as a leading Hollywood figure known for his charm and talent. Born to Cuban parents in New York City in February 1907, Romero attended prestigious schools before launching his career as a ballroom dancer. His Broadway debut came in 1927, followed by notable stage and film appearances. While Romero is fondly remembered for his iconic portrayal of the Joker in the original 1966 Batman film, there's more to his story. His on-screen career began in 1934 with a role in The Thin Man, and he starred opposite Marlene Dietrich in The Devil is a Woman in 1935. Romero's versatility and talent spanned nearly 6 decades in roles as an actor, dancer, and comedian. Behind the scenes among friends and industry colleagues, Cesar Romero lived openly and authentically, embracing his true self and never shying away from his sexuality. Cesar Romero's story extends beyond his on-screen prowess, including a notable relationship with the legendary actress Joan Crawford. He frequently accompanied leading actresses like Linda Darnell, Barbara Stanwyck, Lucille Ball, Anne Sheridan, Jane Wyman, Agnes Moorehead, and Ginger Rogers at Hollywood events. Despite the enviable appearances with Joan Crawford, Romero chose to keep this part of his life private and remained single throughout his life without having children. While openly discussing his personal life in private circles, Romero opted to keep his sexuality confidential throughout his entire career. Speculation about his private life, particularly regarding his sexuality, has been a topic of interest among Hollywood historians and biographers. In 1996, Bose Hadley published Hollywood Gays, claiming to have interviewed Romero about his sexuality and asserting that Romero identified as gay. These interviews have sparked debates over their authenticity, but some consider them credible. Reflecting on his iconic portrayal of the Joker, Romero's performance is believed to have infused the character with a subtle drag queen panache. This interpretation suggests that Romero, as a gay man, brought a unique perspective to the role, influencing how the Joker was depicted on screen. Number 6. Rock Hudson. Rock Hudson, born Roy Harold Scherer Jr. on the 17th of November, 1925, was a popular American actor with a career spanning over 3 decades. He was a prominent figure during the golden age of Hollywood. Hudson rose to fame with his role in Magnificent Obsession, followed by hits like All That Heaven Allows and Giant, for which he was nominated for the Academy Award for Best Actor. He also starred in several romantic comedies with Doris Day, including Pillow Talk, Lover Come Back, and Send Me No Flowers. In the late 1960s, his notable films included Seconds, Tobruk, and Ice Station Zebra. Unsatisfied with the film scripts he was receiving, Hudson transitioned to television, achieving success with the mystery series Macmillan and Wife. His last role was as a guest star on the 5th season of the ABC soap opera Dynasty, until he had to stop due to an AIDS-related illness. Although Hudson kept his sexual orientation private, it was known within the film industry that he was gay. Diagnosed with AIDS in 1984, Hudson became one of the first celebrities to disclose his diagnosis publicly. He was the first major American celebrity to die from an AIDS-related illness on the 2nd of October 1985 at the age of 59. Was Hudson's health challenge a consequence of his sexual orientation? Was he right to have disclosed his diagnosis? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. Number 7. Richard Pryor. Richard Pryor, a celebrated American stand-up comedian and actor, captivated audiences with his sharp wit, insightful observations, and compelling storytelling, establishing himself as one of the most influential figures in stand-up comedy. His fearless approach to addressing social issues through humor solidified his legacy as one of the greatest comedians of all time. When Richard Pryor passed away in 2005, revelations surfaced 9 years later. In 2014, Scott Saul's biographical work, Becoming Richard Pryor, claimed Pryor had acknowledged his bisexuality. Initially met with skepticism, Quincy Jones and Pryor's widow, Jennifer Lee, confirmed in 2018 that Pryor had a sexual relationship with actor Marlon Brando. This revelation challenged the public perception of Pryor as primarily heterosexual, given his numerous marriages to 5 different women. Throughout his life, Pryor's private life and public persona intertwined, creating a complex narrative of his sexuality. While he kept aspects of his personal life private, Pryor occasionally hinted at his sexuality. His story underscores the fluidity of sexuality and the complexity of personal identity beyond simple categorization. Despite the revelations, Richard Pryor's legacy as a groundbreaking comedian and cultural icon remains undiminished. His impact on comedy and popular culture transcends every aspect of his personal life, leaving a profound and enduring mark on the entertainment world. Closely linked to Richard Pryor is Walter Pidgeon. According to Bowers, it all started for Walter in 1946. Pidgeon stopped by a Richfield gas station on Hollywood Boulevard and picked up the 23-year-old former Marine pump attendant, Scotty Bowers, by offering him a $20 tip. Pidgeon drove Bowers to a private home where they joined Jacques Potts. Pidgeon invited Bowers to swim in the pool, saying, "It's hot, Scotty. Hop in for a swim. I'll join you in a minute. No need for a suit, there's no one else here." Bowers recounts that Pidgeon's preference was to give him oral sex while masturbating. This arrangement repeated many times, with Bowers always earning a $20 bill. Pidgeon spread the word about Bowers to his gay friends, and they told their friends about the Marine at the Richfield station on the corner of Hollywood and Van Ness. Bowers, who had a 2-bedroom trailer out back, became known for his willingness to hook people up with his young friends, male or female. For years, Bowers ran a sexual referral service from this gas station, engaging in an underground Hollywood sex trade. If he wasn't participating in sexual relations himself, he arranged for his money-starved former Marine buddies to earn some extra cash. Scotty Bowers didn't stop at just one group. He expanded his base to provide companionship and sex for people of all sexual orientations and interests. Number 8. Cary Grant. Cary Grant started in his early films with a bit of shyness but quickly became known for his charming and witty personality on screen. Widely regarded as one of the most handsome men in movie history, he was seen as a charming and approachable sex symbol. Grant's distinctive way of speaking, which he refined from his Cockney accent, became famous and often imitated. His career took off after appearing in a series of short films and low-budget features for Paramount Studios. However, he gained significant attention for his role as a wealthy playboy opposite Marlene Dietrich in Blonde Venus. Mae West selected him as her leading man the following year in 2 highly successful films, She Done Him Wrong and I'm No Angel, released in 1933. Cary Grant's screen career spanned from the early 1930s to the 1960s, starring in classics like the romantic comedy That Touch of Mink with Doris Day and the stylish thriller Charade with Audrey Hepburn. He was considered a true screen icon and ranked second after Humphrey Bogart on the American Film Institute's list of the 100 greatest film stars of all time in 1999. His final film, Walk, Don't Run, in 1966, unintentionally became his last due to personal life challenges. During this period, Grant was embroiled in a divorce and custody battle with his 4th wife, Diane Cannon, which consumed much of his attention until 1969. After successfully divorcing his fourth wife, Cary Grant went on to remarry, but unfortunately his fifth marriage also ended in divorce. Despite these public relationships, rumors persisted about Grant's romantic involvements with men, including actor Randolph Scott and costume designer Ori Kelly. Like Rock Hudson and other major stars of the mid-20th century, Grant himself never publicly confirmed or denied his sexual orientation. However, he was more open about it than some of his contemporaries. He once confided in one of his ex-wives about experimenting sexually with other boys during his teenage years, attributing it to typical British schoolboy behavior. During his early years in Hollywood, Grant lived with gay men and shared residences with fellow actor Randolph Scott, which fueled speculation about a possible hidden romance between them. Grant also acknowledged that each of his ex-wives had accused him of being homosexual. However, to this day, no definitive evidence has surfaced regarding any man with whom Cary Grant may have had a romantic relationship. Number 9. Greta Garbo. Greta Garbo's career began under the guidance of director Moritz Stiller in the early 1920s, marking the start of her journey to becoming an iconic figure in both silent and sound films. Renowned for her serious and tragic roles, Garbo earned the nickname The Divine for her enchanting presence and her avoidance of the press, maintaining a mystique that fascinated audiences. Despite her fame and relationships with men like John Gilbert, with whom she shared a complicated romantic history, Garbo's personal life has also been the subject of persistent speculation regarding her relationships with women. While she was linked romantically with several male co-stars, biographers and historians have suggested that Garbo may have had intimate relationships with women, though concrete evidence remains scarce. One significant figure in Garbo's life was Mercedes de Acosta, a writer known for her romantic involvement with women. Garbo and de Acosta had a close and possibly romantic friendship, adding to the intrigue surrounding Garbo's personal life. Another notable relationship was with the actor Louise Brooks in 1928, which added layers to Garbo's already complex persona. Throughout her life, Greta Garbo maintained a level of privacy and ambiguity about her romantic interests, contributing to her enigmatic status both on and off the screen. Her legacy as an actress and cultural icon continues to fascinate audiences and scholars alike, reflecting the complexities of identity and relationships in Hollywood's golden age. Greta had a male contemporary, Jim Nabors. Jim Nabors, with his endearing portrayal of Gomer Pyle, became a beloved figure in American entertainment during the early days of Hollywood. Born on the 12th of June, 1930 in Sylacauga, Alabama, Nabors initially had aspirations in sports, but turned to perform due to health reasons. His career took off when he showcased his rich baritone voice in various singing performances, eventually leading to his acting breakthrough. Nabors first appeared as Gomer Pyle on The Andy Griffith Show in 1962, playing the role of a good-natured yet somewhat bumbling gas station attendant. His character quickly captured the hearts of viewers, earning him widespread acclaim for his comedic timing and affable charm. This success paved the way for the spin-off sitcom Gomer Pyle USMC, which aired from 1964 to 1969 and further solidified Nabors' status as a comedic icon. Throughout his career, Jim Nabors continued to entertain audiences with his distinctive voice and comedic talents, leaving a lasting impact on American television and popular culture. His portrayal of Gomer Pyle remains a cherished part of television history, showcasing his ability to bring laughter and warmth to audiences across generations. Jim Nabors indeed led a complex personal life, juxtaposed against his enduring popularity as Gomer Pyle. His decision to keep his homosexuality private reflects the era's societal attitudes and the pressures faced by public figures. Despite the challenges, Nabors' ability to maintain a successful career and bring joy to audiences underscores his talent and resilience. His relationships, though discreet, demonstrate his navigation through personal struggles while maintaining a public persona. It's a testament to his character and the complexities faced by many in the entertainment industry during that time. In 2015, when same-sex marriage was approved, Nabors prepared to wed Cadwallader and made a pivotal decision to come out as gay publicly. This long-awaited moment marked a new chapter in his life, as he waited 82 years before he could get married for the first time to the one he loved and wanted, and not the one society dictated for him. Did he truly find love? Let us know below. Number 10. Spencer Tracy. In an era when societal norms rigidly defined sexuality, Spencer Tracy grappled with his identity as a gay man. Regarded by many as the quintessential film star of the 20th century and arguably the greatest actor of all time, Tracy's career was nothing short of remarkable. Born Spencer Bonaventure Tracy on the 5th of April 1900 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, he showed an early interest in movies despite a challenging and hyperactive childhood. While in college, Tracy pursued his passion for acting and made his stage debut in June 1921, receiving widespread acclaim for his performance in The Truth. His dedication paid off in the 1930s when he signed with MGM and starred in a series of successful films, including Captain's Courageous in 1937, which earned him his first Academy Award for Best Actor. Tracy became the first actor to win 2 consecutive Best Actor Oscars out of 9 nominations, solidifying his place among Hollywood's golden-era luminaries. Over his illustrious career, Spencer Tracy appeared in 75 productions, establishing himself as one of the industry's foremost talents. In 1999, the American Film Institute recognized Tracy as the 9th greatest male star of classic Hollywood cinema, a testament to his enduring impact despite personal struggles. Publicly, Spencer Tracy was known as a married man. He was married to Louise Treadwell. Tracy met actress Louise Treadwell while they were both members of the Wood Players in White Plains, New York. This was the first stock company Tracy joined after graduating. They got engaged in May 1923 and married on the 10th of September 1923 between his show's matinee and evening performances. Their son, John Ten Brook Tracy, was born in June 1924. When John was 10 months old, Louise discovered that he was deaf. She didn't tell Tracy for 3 months, and when she did, Tracy was devastated and felt lifelong guilt, believing John's deafness was a punishment for his sins. This caused Tracy to struggle with connecting to his son and to distance himself from his family. Tracy's friend Joseph L. Mankiewicz later suggested that Tracy left because of his guilt, not because of Louise. They had a second child, Louise Susie Treadwell Tracy, in July 1932, and both children were raised in their mother's Episcopal faith. Tracy left the family home in 1933. From September 1933 to June 1934, Tracy had a public affair with Loretta Young, his co-star in Man's Castle. He reconciled with Louise in 1935, and they never officially separated again, but their marriage remained troubled. By the 1940s, they were living mostly separate lives, with Tracy staying in hotels. Tracy often had extramarital affairs, including with co-stars Joan Crawford in 1937 and Ingrid Bergman in 1941. He also had an affair with Myrna Loy in 1935 and 1936. In a 1990 phone interview, Loy revealed she was in love with Tracy and felt Katharine Hepburn got in the way. Later, during the 1940s, Loy regularly visited Tracy in his Beverly Hills hotel room. While making Woman of the Year in September 1941, Tracy began a lifelong relationship with Katharine Hepburn. The actress became devoted to him, and their relationship lasted until his death 26 years later. By several accounts, Hepburn's 25-year relationship with frequent co-star Spencer Tracy was more of a friendship than a romantic attraction. Screenwriter and gay rights activist Larry Kramer stated that both Hepburn and Tracy were gay and were paired together publicly by the studio. While this was widely known in Hollywood, it wasn't publicly acknowledged. Hepburn was known for her boyish attire, and although she had an interest in men, she seemed to favor women. Hollywood insider Scotty Bowers met Hepburn at a party and was surprised by her suit and short hair. Bowers recalls the host explaining that Hepburn's studio bosses had asked her not to advertise her sexuality. Many actors, directors, and producers had moral clauses in their contracts, preventing them from being openly gay or bisexual. Bowers remembers Hepburn asking him to find a nice, young, dark-haired girl for her. He claims he set her up with around 150 women over 50 years, averaging about 3 women per year. Hepburn would often see them once or twice and then move on. However, there was one woman, Barbara, with whom Hepburn maintained a 49-year relationship. It seems our resident pimp, Scotty Bowers, has quite a few stories about Hollywood's closet cases. However, in 2012, revelations surfaced that Tracy's marriage was a cover for his true identity as a gay man. Scotty Bowers disclosed in his book, Full Service, that he had arranged male sexual partners for Tracy and had intimate relations with him himself. So, what do you think of these gay closet cases of Hollywood's golden age? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Thank you for watching this video. We hope you found it interesting. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Click the next video shown on your screen to catch up on your favorite celebrity stories. See you there.